Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your fortnightly check-in with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon, and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon, or rising sign Saggy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look at your wrong deck. Let's have a look at your cross purposes, right? Where is it that you might be getting in your own way? Where is it that something else may be blocking you? And for this, you have the Sun card. Ooh, so Scorpio had this very same card for their cross purposes. I'm going to say to you what I said, not Scorpio, I think it was Libra. You have the Sun card, right? And so basically the Sun card doesn't have any negative connotations, which means over this next fortnight, you're not getting in your own way. You have a clear path. You've got that cosmic green light to move ahead with the things that you're trying to get out there into the world or things that you're trying to do for yourself. This is beautiful. There's an optimism, a hope, and a joy. And I love the Sun card because it always brings levity. Now, that being said, where is it that you, the outside world, right? So what might block that? What may try to hinder you from achieving that? Or potentially who? And you have you got the Queen of Wands, right? So the Queen of Wands does suggest that potentially some of your boundaries may be holding you back over this next fortnight, right? It's always good to have really strong boundaries. I believe that. But you need to look at what's potentially what is reinforcing them. Now, the other way that this could show up, so the Queen of Wands, usually a fire sign woman, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because it falls on the Sun card, I'm going to say this is potentially a Leo woman. Potentially, right? It doesn't have to be, but potentially that may be someone who potentially works at cross purposes to you. Now, for your actions and results, you have the Six of Pentacles. You also have the Nine of Cups, beautiful, okay, and you also have the Two of Wands. So in terms of your actions, this is you really starting to write things. If the words that I'm hearing in my mind are righting the ship, so this kind of it suggests to me that this fortnight you're taking a lot of remedial actions. So if there's things that you've been working on that haven't quite sort of gone your way, or maybe you're adapting or adjusting some of your plans, very possible. That Nine of Cups with the Two of Wands suggests that you have a financial goal that you are trying to reach at the moment. And the Six of Pentacles basically says you will get there, but you're not going to do this on your own. So the message for you in terms of your actions and the results that you're looking for, if you try to go it alone or you just want to do it on your own, that may not necessarily go off the way that you would like it to. But if you employ the help of another person, a collaborator, finding a benefactor, an investor, whatever it might be, this could actually be a really good way for you to go. For your career and communications, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so it's an interesting one. You've got the Ten of Swords, okay, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So the first thing that I want to say to you is this is about taking your time, all right? When it comes to, because the Eight of Pentacles is the work, it is the profession. Don't rush anything. Over this next fortnight, take your sweet damn time, right? Take as long as you need to do something the right way when it comes to your academic and or your professional sphere. Don't let anything or anyone rush you. Excuse me. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I like this in terms of you finally finishing a project. But again, if you're at the end of something, don't rush it. All right. Caitlin Kopic from Sphere and Sundry. I'm not an affiliate, but I wish I was because I could sell their stuff all damn day. I think they're amazing. But she always says good good magic, like anything, takes time, right? And the more time you take over something, the better it's going to be. You're already at the end or the tail end of either an assignment, a project, or maybe even your entire course at this point. And it's really important that you don't rush it, right? Make sure it is of the highest quality that you can give. Stay in your Sagittarian integrity and do it properly, right? Same thing for those of you that are employed by somebody else. This could literally be like, when you get to the end of something and you're like, I am actually going to scream if I hear this phrase, or I have to, whatever it might be, like, I'm so done with this. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, finish it properly, close it down properly. Don't leave this as a loose end. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I actually really like this for you guys, for finally putting the finishing touches on something that you're ready to share with everybody. And I really like this for hammering out, like literally hammering out the details for what you're trying to achieve in terms of like your longer term things. And one of those looks to be more time or more freedom for yourself. And I actually think that's a really great way for you to go. If you are retired and no longer working, this will probably show up for you in terms of finishing a to-do list, or really kind of looking at the details of what you are ready to start phasing out from the life path. And this is probably going to be things like maybe things that you're not able to do as much anymore. Like this is where, like, you say, you know what, I'm going to stop paying for that gardener's subscription because my knees are shot and I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of gardening from here on in. Do you know what I mean? It's just to give you an example. I'm sure your knees are wonderful. For your for your love and relations, you've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so sort of more focused on the material stuff at the moment with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of earth in the love sector at the moment, getting very practical with the Devil card. So for those of you that are single, this is kind of like that, I've got an itch that needs to be scratched, so I'm just going to deal with it. Which is fine, nothing wrong with that. You've got the Knight of Pentacles with the Devil card, though. So I'm going to say, if you get into a situation or a connection where you think, oh, well, this is just a fling, it may not be for the other person. So just be, especially because, at this point, the day that I'm recording these, the Mercury retrograde is like 10 days out before it starts. So you just want to be very upfront about what it is for you and what you perceive it to be, so that the other person is fully aware as well. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I kind of get the feeling for you guys that this may be where it's like you're doing the health check on the relationship to say, okay, what do we need more of? What do we need less of? What patterns or habits have we fallen into as a couple that aren't really enjoyable or actually serving the relationship anymore? This is kind of like a relationship audit. For those of you that, for your money and materials, you've got the Page of Wands. So this suggests that there is a message coming in about your family, about your finances with the World card. Okay, nice. And the Emperor. So definitely, it looks like some of you are waiting for a financial, not, maybe you're waiting to hear back from a financial institution, probably a bank or a building society. It looks like some of you may have applied for loans or funding or bursaries, etc. The good news is on its way. I mean, it's the World card and the Emperor. So that whatever you've applied for or are going to apply for, you'll get good news, like it will go through. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, it looks like a lot of you are working with either a doctor, a therapist, and or a specialist of some kind. And this is like you waiting for information, and that information reaches you this time. And when it does, it's going to answer a lot of questions for a lot of you, I think. And then finally, when it comes to your home and your environment, this is work that you're doing on the home, but you're not doing it on your own. It's almost like I don't know if you ever had one of those, like a paint party, where you invite friends over and they all help you sort of paint a room or whatever. This could be something like that. Like maybe it's your garden that you're doing, and you invite friends over and you do it all as kind of like a collective. It could be a lot of fun. All right, so look out for that. The other thing with the home as well, if you're looking to sell, this looks like a good time to do it. If you're looking to buy, again, this looks like a good time to do it, but your negotiation skills are definitely going to need to be um, activated and employed. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic fortnight. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.